Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I got a quick video on how to use your lethals and tacticals like a pro. And I know at first you guys are probably thinking, dude, it's not that deep. It is that deep. Trust me. There is a art to using your lethals and tacticals, and there's a reason why pros are so good at it. And simply knowing how to use your lethals and tacticals will help you get so many more kills and win so many more games. So without further ado, remember to leave a like and subscribe. I post daily helpful Call of Duty content. And yeah, let's get right into it. Tip number one is specifically to do with the Gannon bombs. So essentially, a lot of the maps, or every map, has stuff like barriers, breakable barriers and stuff when you enter buildings. So what happens is when you enter these buildings and you try to like break them, right? It slows your route down a lot, and it also like makes a sound cue that enemies can hear and like figure out if you entered a building or not when you break barriers. So what you want to do is when you know you're gonna enter a building or something, ahead of time, just throw your Gannon bomb so that way, when you do eventually enter that building or whatever, um, you won't slow yourself down when you're entering the building and breaking the barrier, and you also won't make that sound cue, therefore making yourself harder to tell where you are and making your rush route a lot faster. For this next tip, you can use grenades or Gannon bombs. It doesn't really matter, but Gannon bombs usually work better. So specifically on this map, you can do it on every map, but specifically on this map, it works like the best, low key. What you can do is on this map, you can get to the middle map way faster than the defending team can. So what a lot of players do is the moment they cut this corner, they throw a Gannon bomb just like that, and usually there's always someone that pops around this corner right off the rip, and then there's always someone that pops around this corner and try to get mid control. So these two players always got to fight it out to get that mid control. And basically, what you can do to counter that is the moment you hit that corner, throw your Gannon bomb right there in that passageway, and basically the moment that person tries to hit that corner, they're already one shot, and you're full health, ready to take them on. All you got to do is put one bullet into them and you win the gunfight and you got mid control. Super easy strat, super overpowered, and it works like 99% of the time if you do it well. So definitely incorporate this into your gameplay. For this tip, you need stuff like Molotovs, thermites, or gas grenades. These things usually work best. Essentially, lethals and tacticals that like last a couple seconds rather than Gannon bombs or grenades that explode one single time. So basically, suppose you're in a hard point, or you're you planted the bomb, or you're trying to cover like block a doorway or whatever. Essentially, what you can do is suppose you're playing hardpoint, okay? The hardpoint's up here, and you got 2 points of entry, one here and one here. What you can, and if it's just you, obviously you can't watch both areas. What you can do is just throw a Molotov, and that doorway is completely shut off. Nobody's gonna come there. Literally the easiest way to completely shut off a certain area, or you can throw like a gas grenade or something like that. And essentially, what happens is like you can just fully focus on this area, and then the moment you see a hit marker, you know someone's coming through here, and you're ready for it. It's the easiest way to like keep someone off the bomb, or keep someone away from a passageway, or keep someone away from a um, entry or a door or passageway. Like literally such an easy counter, and it'll waste a couple of seconds from the enemy's time. For the next tip is learn grenade spots. So basically, just like right off the rip of a game, or like when you die and you respawn, you're trying to get back to the hard point or whatever, you want to learn like pre-nade spots, pre-stun spots. So basically, suppose you're like running to mid or whatever, you know, like you want to learn areas. Like for example, I was trying to aim for that front passageway that was really close, right? So essentially, you just want to like learn areas that like the moment you respawn or right off the rip of a game, you can just like throw a lethal or tactical, and it'll like go like pretty far, you know what I mean? And just like block off a certain area that you want, or like, grenade like a certain spot of the map. And these things are so overpowered because you can do it right off the rip of a game with literally no effort whatsoever. And it just immediately either gets a first blood, or it, closes off a certain area of the map, or it just causes confusion with the enemy. So learn grenade spots and just like pre-stun spots and stuff like that. I'll definitely have videos for that in the coming future, so stay tuned for that, but definitely learn these spots as well. This next tip has to do with using your lethals and tacticals before engaging someone or before engaging a objective. It literally takes 1 second to throw your stun or grenade into a objective before engaging someone. And doing so, like for example, if I were to enter this hill, right, and I throw a stun on the right side, and it hits someone, then I know that they're on this side of the hill. But if it doesn't hit anyone, then I know that they're on the opposite side of the hill. So doing so, I already eliminate half of the room that I have to look at. So when I enter this room, I know I have to look at this area instead of having to do like a whole 360 and scan the entire room. This next example has to do with using smokes or counter-attacking smoke. So basically, um, obviously, you can smoke out a cross, like you can smoke an area out so that way you can cross it without being detected, or you can sneak around using smokes and stuff like that. So obviously, you can use smokes for that reason. And then you can also use smokes to like, suppose you're in a sticky situation and you like throw a smoke down and you can just like lay down and hide in the smoke so that way like the enemy will have to do more to find you, or they'll have to go out of their way to find you and kill you. So just throwing a smoke down when you're in a sticky situation can just save your life by you know buying you some time. And then another thing you can do to counter smokes is basically if someone throws a smoke, right, they throw a smoke down and you're like, okay, you see the smoke. So what you want to do is you need a stun for this. And what you do is basically the moment that smoke goes down, you throw a stun. So that way you can figure out if anyone's crossing through the smoke. And if it doesn't hit anyone, you know that nobody's crossed yet. And if you have more teammates nearby or just more stuns on you in general to use, um, basically, just throw it right when the stun emerges, and then wait a second or two and throw another one, because a lot of people throw smokes down and then they like wait a couple of seconds and then they go through the smoke, kind of like to trick you. Or sometimes people will throw smokes down and they just won't cross it, to make it seem like they're pushing into the A site, but then they wrap back and they go to the B site. So they kind of like fool you. So basically, to counter a smoke, you just throw a stun inside of it, and you'll figure out if anyone's near there. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you aren't already. Share the channel with your friends and teammates. I post daily helpful Call of Duty content. Check out the link in the description below for my Twitch, Discord, and sponsor. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.